Alright, 3, 2, 1. Hello everybody, my name's Starfy. I'm making a marathon submission for any marathons I want to submit the Galactic Conquest to. The Galactic Conquest board bindup category has changed a lot over the course of the last half a year to a year. Which the name change was fairly recent. It used to be named Save Load and No Save Load, but it's changed to board bindup due to the nature of the tricks we're using. And so what I'm doing is all scenarios Galactic Conquest. And for any other submission for shorter marathons, I could do a single one of these Galactic Conquests as well. But I think all scenarios is the best showcase for this category for Galactic Conquest due to the allowance of the more freedom to experiment with different tricks and strategies depending on like the situation the AI gives us. And so for Galactic Conquest, we're allowed to start with any save file we choose. That's our starting file. And for starting files, we're only allowed to have the starting planets. So that means like whatever we start with on a fresh board. So for example, our fleet's on Hoth, and the enemy fleet is on Endor. And we want those fleets to be in specific spots for AI manipulation. And so we're allowed to use a starting save that just has the starting planets. We're not allowed to have pre-bought bonuses or units, or that runs disqualified. But we're allowed to have starting planet saves just to make starting runs a lot more simple. And so from there, I'll go quickly talk about all the main tricks of the run that you're going to be seeing me use. Now, Galactic Conquest is timed based on... It has load times removed, but the board is included in the time due to how major the board is in the run. And your board movement and like what the AI does matters a lot to your time. So it's closer to an RTA run just with the loads removed compared to like other categories in this game where all loads are removed and all menus are removed. So from here, I want to talk about the free move. How we do the free move is first we hit enter, and we zoom in, and then we hit save. And for saving and loading, what we do is you can have a save file named anything at the top so long as it's easy for your game to reach. I heavily recommend having a save that's just named A or something that's really easy to indicate like this is a save that you're using for saving and loading in the middle of a run. This allows us to do really quick menu movement. You want our saves to be as minimal as possible, so we don't accidentally menu on. If we have our mouse hovered over any of these saves and hit enter, the game will load that save or save over it, and we don't want that. We want the game to automatically save to this top file. So as long as we want to keep our mouse in the center here, and because we keep our saves at a minimum, we don't have to worry about our mouse accidentally hovering a bad save. So I hit enter, hit save, I click on load, and then I hit enter. And now we can see that we're free. Now we're on the next page, stop taking a turn. And we can chain these as much as we like. So the one thing we have to be watchful for is sometimes the auto-pathing isn't in our favor and we have to change where our fleet's position. But most of the time, the auto-pathing will be in your favor. It's just having the knowledge of like when to like have to adjust and when to spam the free move. Another trick is called the proxy, which I'm going to load a save really quickly to show off proxies. So there's two variations of the short proxy that we're using. There's one proxy variation in that span called the Omni proxy, which is what sounds like. You can proxy one map to play everything, any map in the board, which is banned. But what we're gonna do with the short proxies is we're gonna play one map to play another one. And this trick only works for planets that are next to each other. And both variations of the proxy have their strengths and weaknesses. The zoom in variation is more powerful than the tab version due to the nature of some of the limitations to tab proxy hacks. For tab proxy, what we do is we hit enter to move to attack a planet. And this tab proxy only works when the planet you're moving to is an enemy planet. If it's a planet you own, the proxy doesn't work at all. But we simply hit tab or click on the button up here, which tab will rotate our menus. But I prefer clicking. And then from here, we can also buy our bonuses, which can be helpful in some cases for having our menuing done in a spot where we're going to be doing a proxy anyways. But this is fairly limited due to the nature of the proxy. Being you need to hit tab, and it only works against enemy planets, etc, etc. So we do this, we buy our bonus or whatever. And then you'll notice that those lines over there are pointing for our pathing is indicated. It shows us like pointing towards Geonosis. That means we did the proxy correctly. So if we attack Tatooine and then quit out, just to showcase what we're gonna be, how this works. You'll see Geonosis. This allows us to play and finish a map without actually playing that map, instead of using a one that's more favorable. There's only a few spots where we can really utilize proxies. Yavin 4 and Felucia, our spot, Dagobah, Naboo, and Tatooine, Geonosis, and Kamino, and Coruscant and Magneto for the CW. The other proxy variation, which I'll load a save really quickly, is called Zoom In Proxy. So I'm going to move over to Tatooine real quick. So for Zoom In Proxy, it's really simple. You just you attack the planet you're going to, zoom in, and then out quickly. And then you saw the lines again. This will allow the proxy to work as well. And the free move, this variation proxy, the zoom in and out proxy, can be done on any version of the game as well. Free move only works on keyboard and mouse, but in any other version of the game, it's controller only. And tab proxies only work with keyboard and mouse, which limits its use to just the PC version of the game. But zoom in proxy and free moves are so important that it's like, it doesn't matter too much. It's just for it. The last trick we have in our little bag of tricks for quickly moving through the board is called the blockade, which allows us to take our fleet and the enemy fleet off the board by free moving on top of their fleet. And what this will do is it takes both fleets out of play, and both teams are getting a free fleet because the game thinks both fleets were destroyed, and we get a free fleet out of it, while also making the AI have to build in a different spot, which is really, really useful in the late game. Or for situations where the enemy fleet builds an extra planet and it's more flavorful for us to do a blockade instead, to waste some to take the less RNG later. It depends, but it's a pretty powerful trick. Blockade also means that if we free move on top of the enemy planet, the enemy team can't build on top of that planet, which is used in one specific strategy we use in the CIS run. It's still a very cool trick. And with that, we've covered all the tricks of the run. Those are the main tricks we're going to be using to start the run. For AI manipulation, we use a starting save, and then from there, we want to keep the AI rotating between two specific spots. And a lot of things go into how the probabilities work, based on like the recent planets played, the last 3 of them specifically, where your fleet is, where the closest like attackable planet is, where your enemy team is. There's so many different factors, and this is why we use the routes we utilize, because we mapped out like where to go specifically. For my runs, I start with the Empire, and then I go to CIS, and then I go to the Republic, and I end on the Rebels. So from there, I think we're ready to get started with the actual run, now that I've talked about the specific tricks. And ideally, I would have a commentator to help me explain all these tricks as I'm doing them throughout the run, and what I'm aiming for, because it's kind of, how fast this goes, it's a little difficult to talk about specifically what I'm doing. But I hope this gives a decent outline of like what I'm going to be doing. I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick, and then I'm gonna get started with the run. Alright. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna quickly buy a unit here, and then I'm gonna free move over to Hoth and attack it. The heavy's gonna be used on the next planet, Polis, but for right now it doesn't matter. Hoth is the easiest map in the run for the Empire, because it's really easy. You just go to this Outlook command post, kill rebels that are over here trying to path towards command post 1. That could cause trouble. We also want to keep an eye out for any tauntauns. I think we dealt with tauntauns. Yep. Reason why we'll look out for the tauntauns specifically and kill as many rebels as we can, because those rebels will cause us trouble and try to flip command post 3 if they're close to it. And for the tauntauns, they can go to command post 1, our team will ignore them and they'll capture if it's early enough. Which is not very good for us, but the battle is really easy on it as it is. Now, I tend to be a believer in friendly fire, but for all scenarios, I don't run friendly fire. Due to the Republic being really weak to friendly fire, due to the CIS has super battle droids most of the time. And those don't have... And the wrist rockets have a lot harder time actually TKing your own team. So it's pretty bad for that team. We're gonna save here. Now we want the AI to go down to Lucia, so take us a bit. If we're really good with our menuing, we can get a bunch of attempts at AI Banep in a row. Sometimes the AI loves to troll, so it can take a little bit. At worst, it could take like 30 to 40 seconds, but it's not that bad if we're really fast. Yeah, we got the AI Banep we wanted, so now we're gonna move to Polis. And we're gonna buy auto turrets to help our team defend a bit, and we're gonna start with a Stormtrooper. And here we're gonna want to try to kill all the rebels in the tunnel as well as possible. This is the hardest map in the run, arguably. In the early game, at least, starting with this map, it's not too bad, but for the Republic later, which we end on this map, it's really difficult. Thankfully, from work between Maddie, me, and Finny, we've got a strategy that's pretty consistent for this map. Thankfully, teammates showed up, so we're gonna help our team a little bit, kill any rebels pathing this way. I'm gonna use a unit swap storage trick to kill some extra rebels over here. And we're gonna go to command post 5. I'm gonna swap the heavy here. And we're gonna have this teammate help us capture. Throw one grenade. Alright, I want to set a mine here. Hopefully our teammate finishes that cap. Kill a few more rebels that are up here. And we're gonna book it all the way over to this back command post, which is pretty difficult to capture. And we're gonna sit in this little cubby. Okay, how's our team doing? Alright, I'm thinking respawn. Uh-oh. Rebels getting close to the back. I can flip it fairly quickly if I'm lucky. Okay, good. That map's pretty difficult. We got really good luck there. Now we're gonna attack Utapau. Empire is arguably the hardest Galactic Conquest. I'm gonna bring the hero here, and we're gonna attack Utapau. Or melee spawns Boba Fett.
On the job.
Use a little super jet to quickly get over to the tank. Gonna shove a teammate all the way down to this command post here.
Don't make me run after you.
We want our team to capture. Just thin out the rebels as best we can. Hope that helps our team at least finish them off. And from here, this is just luck. Unfortunately, the AI took Command Post 3, so we couldn't really stop them from doing that, so now we're going to handle it ourselves. I'm going to check around real quick, make sure there's no rebels sitting here. There's one rebel stuck here. The rebels bought heavies, so gotta be really watchful at where I move here. That was really risky. Nah, we got really unlucky here. They captured really fast, too. But it's pretty typical for this map. The AI buying heavies makes our next two maps really difficult. Pretty stressful, honestly. Dagobah is really scary. What the enemy team has, man, this is really unlucky. There are like so many rebels here. And they're on the road, too. Utapau, when they capture this, is pretty difficult. Oh my goodness, they're capturing over here at the road. I can't see them either. Yeah, I'm reloading. Thanks, team. Yeah, AI RNG is pretty annoying, but this is kind of how it be. Sometimes you get unlucky. That's just how it is. Thankfully, a big run like this, it's not too difficult, so it's just keep happening over and over. And the late game, that's a lot easier once we get to the easier Galactic Conquest, map-wise. We're about to finish up with Utapau, and we're going to go to our first implementations of the proxy. Need AI to go back to the Felucia again. There we go. Another proxy. Now we're attack Dagobah. Dagobah is kind of sketchy. Thankfully we have Vader, who is incredibly fast. But because the AI has heavies, we have to be really careful about where we move, because we can get blown up like instantly. They're really unfortunate. Yeah, see? There's already mines there. We're gonna try our best to thin out rebels pushing towards the caves and the swamp. Didn't do the best job of that, but that's fine. Yeah, I can stop them from tapping. A lot of rebels moving towards here. So long as I deal with rebels coming here, it should be fine. There are a lot of rebels. Yeah, see how many mines there are? It's... In Dagobah, they are especially hard to see. Like, you can start seeing those mines start fading out. Randomly, sometimes they also fade out really early. And, oh, it's so rough. And we have to, so after this, we're gonna use a zoom proxy here to play Naboo over Dagobah. Naboo's a pretty easy map for the Empire, but Dagobah is faster, even if it's a little bit more difficult to get through. So we still want to favor Dagobah. As long as we're quickly in position, we should be fine. Alright, from here, now we want to... Wait a minute, I forget. We want the AI to go down to a space, right? I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. Having to memorize all these routes can be really difficult. Okay, so from here, now we attack... Yeah. Okay, I think I'm correct. Alright. Proxy time? I hope I'm right. I forgot, like, the exact, like, setup. Else we might be in a little bit of trouble, but... That's part of the difficulty of this category. Yeah, I didn't get here in time, but I'm a little scared of the... worried about heavies throwing on mines in really inconvenient spots. Making things a lot more difficult. There are a lot of rebels here too, making this a lot harder. Gotta partially capture this all the way. Oof. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see all these mines? The enemy AI works really fast. Yeah, scary map. I hope I wasn't wrong, because it's been a while. But this should be fine. Alright, let's get over here. There are a lot of rebels on 6, which can be a little scary. This is fine. Yeah, we're good. Alright, I think I was right. Right? It should be on Kashyyyk right now, right? No, I messed up. Okay. I did mess up here. They're over here too early. I might be able to recover this. If not, we're gonna have to adapt our strategy here. Okay, good. We're safe. Okay. Move back up. Thankfully, the odds of that aren't too bad, so it is workable. Alright, now we're gonna go with Magito. We're gonna run Hero here. Yeah, having 4 routes memorized can be really difficult. We're gonna take a tank to push our teammates all over here as quickly as possible. Make my way over. Team didn't start capping, but I had to go turn around to deal with the rebels there. They have heavies and snipers, which is not great. Magito is a kind of a crapshoot of like what can happen here. We're doing our best to mitigate RNG, but it's not easy. The enemy team has so many dangerous classes that it's really rough. Like we're struggling right now. Yeah.
When do I get paid?
This can happen. Like, I just got super, super unlucky there. And there's not much we can do now. Okay, we got a little lucky here. Thankfully, they didn't flip. Yeah, scary, scary map. Now, because the enemy team has snipers now, they can get around the map pretty quickly, and having to watch out for that as heroes, and just in general, makes it pretty difficult to survive. And now they have to worry about mines and heavies, like, one-shotting us. It's not great. It's not the RNG we want to see, but that's kind of the name of the game for this. You have to adapt. Where this category really shines is adaptation. Alright, so now we're going to do another proxy here. We're going to aim to proxy Yavin 4 to play over Felicia. Felicia is pretty difficult map. Felicia is one of the most difficult maps in the run. So we want to just get rid of it. We're gonna play Boba Fett again. Boba Fett really helps us here. Yeah, look at that. We're already, like, hurt. You wanna make sure there's no bots, like, traveling down. Road. Thankfully, we dealt with that. We're gonna kill any rebels moving down this way, and we're gonna super jet on over to the pyramid. Nice thing about having Fett here is that having range is a lot better in this scenario than something like CIS later, where we have to play Darth Maul. Darth Maul's a strong hero, but the problem is you don't have range, so you can't as easily, like, help protect this command post. How's my team doing? I'm gonna capture this. Hello? I'm gonna partial tap this. Just in case a rebel decides to path over. Youch. That's what's so scary about the snipers. Now we're losing command posts here. Gonna do our best to thin out the rebels here. We're gonna try to snipe them out of this leader bike as best we can. And now we're just gonna kill the rebels, like, up here. They're being a little difficult. Oh, no. Yeah, our team is not doing too hot. This can happen to you. Like, not really our fault in this scenario. This is just really unfortunate luck. So we're gonna try to hide our best we can. But Boba is not a bit of a struggle bus in these scenarios. He cannot wipe out groups very quickly. Yeah, this is a really bad Yavin 4, and there's just not a lot we can do about it. Yeah, we're just kind of doomed. Like, we can't control the AI anymore. They are at their max difficulty at this point. And, like, a random, like, tank showed up. I tried to use the tank to get there quicker. Yeah, this is, like, the worst case Yavin 4. You do not want to see this, ever. And we just got unlucky. That's really it. You only do so much to control the AI, and because they have snipers, it's even worse. Like, look what's happening right now. Like, the AI is just gunning me down left and right. Look at how many bots are here. Like, this is like just really unfortunate. Like, we're getting sniped across the map. Like, it's really rough. The AI made purchases that made this map way more difficult than it should have been. Now we gotta hunt down the remaining bots on the map. I'm gonna try to use remote rockets to try to deal with who I can. But they're everywhere. Like, this is the worst map to see something like this on. Like, I'm losing so much of the map. Like, it's crazy. I'm actually flabbergasted at, like, what's happening right now. I mean, hey, marathon luck, right? It's a perfect example of, like, a marathon luck. Hopefully during a marathon, it's not this unlucky. Like, we got the worst case, like, AI purchases, like, we possibly could have had. And, like... Oh, man. Do I even want to go Boba Fett? Not really. The last AI is in the tank. Oh, jeez. This is rough. This is really rough. I've never, like, seen it this bad. Thankfully, you know, we're getting the marathon luck out, you know? We're getting it out early. Before an actual marathon for this. Where the heck is the last spot? This is another problem. Like, it's impossible to find the last AI in the map sometimes. Like, there's just no way to tell where the hell it is. There's, like, one AI, and it's, like, on the other side of the map somewhere. I'm trying to find it, and I just can't. Oh, it's all the way over on the bridge. Like, how, like... Bruh. Nah, that's not our fault there. That's just unfortunate luck. Oh, we made a mistake there. It's fine, though. I did that a little bit wrong. That's supposed to be regular Yavin as well. Oh, we could fix this easily. Hopefully this next Yavin 4 will be what we do. Believe it or not, we still don't want to play Felucia. Because Felucia is such a difficult map, but it also kind of throws off what we want to do. Felucia is the hardest map in the game to really consistently make it through. This was like a one-off scenario of something going horribly, horribly wrong for Yavin. We want to leave our team to capture this. Can I not get sniped like every 5 seconds? Maybe? Man, I got so unlucky. There's not much I can really say other than, like, I just got unlucky. The Rebel AI just bought the 2 worst things they could have bought, besides wikis or dolphins. Should I capture this? Get some progress on it. Oh, there's so many rebels over here. I'm gonna take the time just to like, kill rebels that are way too forward up. I'm ready to capture for me. I'm gonna super jet away. Alright. Trying our best to just to get some consistency. I don't like capturing the pyramid over there, Command Post 6, but hopefully we're fine. Hello, what's your problem? This game is really rude today. Okay. Alright, this is how Yavin 4 should go. That is how we should see Yavin 4 and not whatever happened there. Now we're gonna do a blockade. Oh, shoot. I messed up. I goofed. I accidentally menued too much. I have to reload. Hold on. Where do I get moved to? Okay. And we're blockade, so we don't have to deal with the enemy fleet, like, attacking plants. We don't want them to. We're gonna build on Megiddo here, and we're gonna attack Kashyyyk now. Or buy Boba Fett here. Or we're trying to buy another Boba Fett while we're at it to reduce our menuing here. This is also an easy map, but Boba Fett makes it a little more consistent because it's a little harder as this team.
On the job.
We're gonna try to get a bot in our tank. We got one. And then we're just gonna go way over here, and hopefully our teammate helps us out. Capturing. The idea is hopefully our team starts capturing. I'm gonna not fully capture it just yet, because I want to deal with any stragglers that could accidentally flip it on me. And now I'm gonna capture and super jet on over. This is good luck. Super chat over again. There's one rebel over here that I'm kind of worried about. And there we go. Yeah, Kashyyyk is a pretty easy map on both sides, on every like both eras, but I prefer this side. I almost put the windows. Don't do that. That's not optimal. And here's our second blockade, and our final one in the run for Empire. Now we're gonna build on Naboo. Playing as the Empire, we're gonna employ a pretty interesting strategy. First, we're not gonna spawn Boba Fett right away. We're gonna move the Cantina first, and we're gonna kill as many rebels as possible trying to path this way. On the way in. And while we're doing this, we're gonna kill what bots we can. Oh no, don't dodge me now. Okay, now spawns Boba Fett at Command Post 1. Kill the rebels that are pathing back here. Our team is pushing pretty hard, so we might have good luck here. Mos Eisley is infamously one of the most, like, annoying maps in the run. For reasons that are kind of silly. The friendly AI just kind of sucks a lot of the time. There's so many rebels here. Okay, are there any bots around me? No? Okay. I let my team handle the rest of this. Don't like this rebel. Yeah, I don't like letting rebels do whatever they want here. I've tried my best to control the RNG. Like, this map is, like, has a pretty straightforward strategy for the Empire and Republic, but it's also pretty sketchy. There's a lot of things can go wrong on this map for seemingly no reason. Like, it's pretty annoying. That said, we're about to be done with the Empire. Still, like, this run is sub 30 mins in spite of all the, like, unfortunate RNG we had. Which goes to show just how powerful all the tricks at our disposal are. Like, if we didn't have such a rough, like, Gavin 4, this is, like, really good. And next we're starting the CIS, I'm fairly certain. Alright. CIS time. Now we're doing our proxy here. We do a tab proxy. To get rid of Camino. We don't actually want to capture Tatooine yet. We want to save this plant for later. For the CIS, and the reason for that is so that the clones are forced to build here at the end of the run. Which is the most consistent thing we can do. I'm gonna go for a consistency strat here. Now we're gonna kill any clones that are lingering over here. Because this side of the map is notorious for the AI just doing absolutely nothing to help you. So we don't really want to deal with that, so we're gonna do our best to manage the clones while we're doing our captures. If we lose Command Post 6, that is fine, because the AI can't really... The clones can't really do anything from there anyway. They'll usually get stuck on that command post. This is the side where I like to have friendly fire. I'm not running it this time, just because, like, in all scenarios, it's not really worth it. Because every other side, it's kind of questionable. In Republic, it's a heavy no. This is really solid luck. What are they doing? Not losing Command Post 6. I don't see AI over there. So if we're fortunate, we are done with the map. Unfortunate thing here, our team never showed up. So we have to capture this ourselves. Another thing to control you on this map. Your team just doesn't like to capture Command Post 2 sometimes. And they don't want to defend Cantina either, or defend Command Post 6 themselves. Which is why we have to do a lot of this work we're doing. That said, we got pretty lucky for our first Tatooine. Pretty ideal. You don't want this? This is the one GC where we have the AI's patterns in the early game are so consistent. It's pretty easy to work with. My splits are wrong. I'm doing Felucia at the start, because unfortunately what we want to do, double Yavin, is not an option. Due to how janky the proxies work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy combat shielding instead of hero. And we're going to attack Felucia. Combat shielding I've been having a bit more success with in Galactic Conquest than auto turrets. There are trade-offs to both. Super Battle, this is like the one time we get to play the Super Battle Rate in any of the speedruns, which is... I think the Super Battle Rate is pretty fun. And if you get a feel for how they work and how their combos work, you can tear through clones. We're gonna try our best to deal with clones, like, running off. This might be good luck. It's hard to tell. The team could sometimes capture Command Post 6, the LAAT command posts, but sometimes they don't. There's a clone over there. There's 3 of our team there, so hopefully our team has that locked on. Oh god, buy-side grenade. They have a grenade jump scare, but fine. I'm gonna focus here, because I have to pay pretty close attention. If I don't die. Okay. Was really lucky. I need to get up on top of the treetop. Because and deal with these clones. They are getting really close. Oh yeah. Not great. Hey, the team's doing a good job though. Wow, this is a really lucky Felucia, I will say. Wow. Alright, now we're moving to Yavin 4. Alright. Yavin 4, same thing as the Empire, but we have Maul, so it's a little better in terms of not dying and moving around quickly. Super Jet's still so powerful that makes up for a lot of that. I'm not too worried about tank. They bought heavies, which kind of scares me. But the heavies aren't usually an issue. Thankfully. Or do our best to thin out the clones. They're pathing that way. The nice thing about your movement and like strategy can really, and execution can really lower your time in this category. And it's in action as well. Like, just having good, like, understanding how movement works can save you a lot of time and add a lot of consistency to the run. Alright, so from here, I'm gonna do the same thing again and just try to thin out some clones that are pushing. Alright, we're good. I want to leave that neutral for our team to capture if we get lucky, but also we partially cap. The reason why I am partially capturing is due to how command posts work in this game. So, whenever you capture a command post, it doesn't immediately get fully capped unless it's neutral at the start of the map. If it's neutral at the start of the map, it'll be fully capped the first time it's captured. But, if it's at the start of the... if it's a command post that's already captured, we have to... when you capture it, there's a progress bar, hidden bar that fills up. Which is the time to flip. And that takes about 12 seconds to fully capture usually. So you have to wait about 12 seconds to capture enough of it to prevent the AI from instantly flipping the command post. Like, if you captured and left, command post would only take 1 second for the AI to flip, which is really bad. So I like to avoid that situation and just get as much capture as I can without fully capping to make it harder for enemy team to cap. That's it. Going pretty well so far. That's really weird. The AI likes to troll sometimes. This is consistent AI RNG, it's just kind of obnoxious sometimes. Alright. Second to last time we do this side of the map. Same strategy as before. We're going Jango Fett. And we're going to take a tank. It's a little unlucky. The droid got gibbed. Alright, now we're going to do this. I'm going to set a time bomb here. Try to thin out some Wookiees ahead, the clones ahead of time. Oh god. Scary. Even the AI Wookiee, the local Wookiees, which are incredibly weak, bowcasters are still dangerous. Stay around. I'm not going to fully cap just yet. I'm going to thin out the clones up here. Alright, I'm going to head on out now. Unlucky. I hate this. This kind of scares me a little. There are still in the team. Don't worry about that. This side's a little scarier because IFT tanks are so dangerous, but thankfully that was okay. Could have been worse. Now we're gonna quit out. And purposely lose Geonosis. We don't want to play that map. We don't want to waste time on defending base planets. And now we're gonna do our proxies here. So I'm gonna buy actually, I'm gonna do a tap proxy here. Buy both our bonuses here for menu efficiency. Check to make sure we didn't get like the wrong pathing to soft lock. And Coruscant on the Rebels and the CIS is the most consistent map in the run. So if we're gonna thin out the front side clones and we're immediately book it to this little corner to bait the AI into turning around. Unfortunately, one got into the library really quickly. That just happens sometimes. Occasionally there will be one bot that just gets to the library really fast. We're gonna make sure we thin out the clones up here just to make sure our team goes to capture Council Chamber. Our team should be able to handle the library on their own, thankfully. That one lone clone sometimes will never be able to capture on their own. It's extremely rare anything goes wrong on that front. Him getting some help. Our team is not still taking forever to capture a library. They captured. And yeah, this map is really, really consistent on this side. So long as you go into that corner, you can stop the enemy team from pathing into the library and keep them all funneled in the same spot. Now, what the AI does here changes our strategy. The reason why we didn't play Coruscant first is just the pathing for the proxy is a lot more consistent. What is happening right now? What's the AI doing? Hello? Okay. We're gonna take this. I have a strategy in mind. I've got a plan. Alright, so we'll play our next Coruscant here. Coruscant's very chill in the speedrun. I have labbed this scenario out. I have this in my... I have this... You're gonna get a treat in this run. I get to show off my little maneuver. Alright, get out of this corner again. Ooh, 2 got by. Okay, we're as fast as possible. Oh yeah, that's a little unlucky. It's a rare bad RNG twice in a row, but... Whoa, they might capture. More than 1 is a... Okay, our team's got it. We're over nothing. Hey, even 2 isn't enough. Fortunately, our team is like struggling to couldn't kill all of the clones here, so they got focused on the clones. The reason why we want to thin out those clones... Oh, come on, go capture 3. Do it for me, please. No? I'd love it if y'all capture for me. Yeah, the reason we need to make sure there's no clones that down the stairs is because the droids get our team gets distracted. Which is pretty annoying when that happens. You don't want our team getting distracted. So we want them to capture Council Chamber. That said, it's not terrible. That's okay. Okay, now we want the AI to go towards Naboo. Come on. What is going on? I've never seen this before. Okay, funny haha. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be a little silly. I'm gonna skip a turn. I'm gonna blockade him now. This is one of those moments where you have to adjust your thing sometimes. Or run hero here. Now on the flip side, CIS, unlike the Empire Republic, and the Rebels and the CIS have the easiest time with Polis, and it's the easiest map for both those fronts. We run hero here, it's faster than doing the backcap strat, but if you need to, and you're more comfortable doing the backcapping with the Super Battle Droid, it's not terrible, but I heavily recommend just running the hero. Due to the speed. They bought Engineer, which is kind of scary as a hero, because these Engineers are really infamous for just one-shotting you. That's seemingly random. Because the Engineers have, like, random bullet spread for whatever reason. Oh, they bought Snipers, too. I didn't even notice. Oh, the clones bought all their classes. That's actually funny. That shouldn't be too much of a worry, but it will be scary on Naboo. Due to the strat we want to employ. It might negate our strategy if we get unlucky on who pushes, but... You'll see our strategy on Naboo when we get there. Alright, so hopefully that blockade will get the AI. We want to fish for the AI to build on Dagobah and to move towards Utapau and Mustafar. So we can blockade them. Again. And we can do quick free moves to get over there. So, and the AI should be tipped up to go Dagobah, as that's pretty close to everything. Alright, reroll again. No, don't want that. Unfortunately, we don't really have a good understanding of how the AI decides to build fleets, but we got the thing we were looking for. So now I'm going to save load all the way over to that fleet. And I'm about Utapau. Dagobah for the droids is the worst variation of Dagobah in Galactic Conquest. It is pretty difficult. Now for this strategy, I'm not gonna do the Naboo right away. Instead, I'm gonna do the proxy first. So I'm gonna buy hero and I'm gonna buy heavy. This strat was cooked up between me and Finney for the side. So first we're gonna run Assault Droid on 5 and quickly set down some mines as quickly as we can. And then we're gonna spawn a small on 1 and we're gonna go from here. The unfortunate thing is that we weren't able to thin out clones that are pathing all the way down the center. So they could be a problem. That's the one weakness of the strategy. Since they're all moving towards, like, the center of the map, our team should be able to handle that still. Hopefully. Gotta be really wary of that. Hopefully an engineer doesn't push up there. Okay, an engineer got by. That was an engineer. That's what I was afraid of. We set mines there to kill clones that are pushing, that would try to push 5, but because they bought engineers, it's kind of a 50-50. Now we have to get over there and deal with him. Okay, our team might have it, but still have to get over there. There's still a clone up here. What the? Jesus. Alright. This is another scenario where we got kind of unlucky on what the AI bought, so we're kind of just hanging by a thread here. I'm gonna block spam. Just to stay alive as much as possible while flipping, and I'm gonna try to thin out the clones as fast as possible. When did they capture 5? Oh my god. It's hard to keep track of everything happening. This is the thing we're trying to avoid as well. Because now someone can go try to back up, which is not great. That said, we're handling it as best we can, but they're capturing 4 too. Oh no. It's pretty hard to deal with all of it. There's so much you have to micromanage in this situation. Hopefully there isn't a clone all the way back at Command Post 6 as well. We should be done. That was incredibly unfortunate, Naboo. Doesn't mean the strat is bad, it's just we got unlucky with the AI bot. And that's just how it is sometimes. The AI bot, like, engineers, which is the biggest, like, weakness of the strategy, is if they buy engineers, it's more of a crapshoot. Still good to do, but it's a lot scarier. And now, as we did all that setup work, now the AI is, like, stuck building on, Tatooine, and they should move closer to us now. Now we're gonna do another Naboo. Same thing as before. We're gonna set mines here. This map is definitely one of the more difficult ones in the run for the CIS. Get consistent. It's still an easy map. Oh, moved the wrong way. Should still be fine. Honestly, it might be better in this case to cut off clones. Something to think about. We're strategizing for the future here. Alright, they're mostly focused here. Our teammates already on that command post, which is huge for us. Means we could prioritize just our movement here. I didn't get that guy. That's a little annoying. I'm gonna go deal with him. In a second. Don't let AI stray bots like walking around on their own, because they will flip on you on a dime. Now this one guy can like get a capture on behind our back if you don't deal with him. Number one rule of Battlefront speedrunning is never trust the AI to do their job correctly. You wanna hope your team does things, but you wanna plan for the worst and be ready to make that play. This is how the boost should look. We need to go capture, but it's important that we just deal with these enemies. Yeah, this is what we want from Naboo. This time the mine strats worked out and the AI couldn't get up top to flip 5 on us. Again, this was a strategy developed between Maxi's setup for how to play Naboo for CIS Empire. Ooh, I want to re-roll a bit to get the AI to get closer to me. Between Maxi, me, and Finny, we figured out the most consistent way to play that map for the CIS. I'm gonna try re-rolling one more time. The AI is really focused on trying to move that way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on my way to blockade them. That's fine. I wanted to save on extra menuing, but like, it's just not how it works out sometimes. Alright, we got our blockade done. And that's called the Starfy maneuver. This whole strategy we did in the mid-game. It's called the Starfy maneuver, as nicknamed by Casmus and other people during a marathon run. During a race. Cool strategy. Tatooine is going to be another case where we're playing the same strategy as before, but this time we're going to start as heavy and do the same thing we did on Naboo. Or set mines on Command Post 6. If we get audio bug, I'm going to reload. I don't want to deal with that. Okay, now respawn Cantina. And that will hopefully help our team defend that command post. We're gonna deal with these clones. Okay, this is good luck. So if the clones are all spawning back here, that means that very few of them are actually pushing the command post 6. It's a little doubly lucky there. Kill this one, that's a little annoying. We're gonna deal with any clones that might be lingering. Keep an eye on the map, but we might be in a good spot. It's still a big maybe, because that's never something to rely on. Sometimes the enemy team will still push on you. I really enjoy how Galactic Conquest is compared to other variations of Conquest. The normal version of Conquest can be a little frustrating, but there's a lot of strategies we can employ for Galactic Conquest itself to plan around that. And the board helps make things a lot more interesting. I'm a little worried about surviving, but it should be fine. Now, they are starting to attack 6, but I should be able... If I can kill these guys fast enough anyway, there's so many. And they're making it hard. Oh, I might not get there in time. What?! Oh my god. I couldn't see the mine. That can happen. That's the worst part of them buying, like, heavies on this map. Is them setting mines like that. I could not see that mine to save my life. Just the mines over time will lose their decay, lose their highlight. And that means you can just straight up die in the most dumb ways possible. So now we have to do this as a super battle droid, which is not great. Oh man, they're pushing 1. We have a lot of teammates there, but... If something can go wrong, it will go wrong on Mos Eisley. Oh god, they're capturing? Oh my goodness. That's Mos Eisley for you. Hope I can get there in time to maybe... Oof. There's a lot of them pushing the hangar as well. Another annoying thing about it too is that when engineers or Jawas are on this map and they build turrets, both teams like to fixate on like messing with them. Oh god, I might lose the hangar. Shoot. Okay, thank goodness. They only have 4 troops left. Again, that's just how it is sometimes. Alright, we're done with the droids. Now we're going to go to Republic. I am on the wrong saves. Republic. We're gonna do another proxy here. Same thing as before. First, we're gonna actually play Tatooine. Gonna bring Hero. Now, this is the easiest side to play this map in the game. And it's a good thing, too, because you play this map twice in a row as the Republic. At the very beginning. This makes a lot of droids from pushing on the other side. Same strategy as the Empire, but a lot easier. Thanks to our movement. That's Obi-Wan. Yeah, see, a lot of droids are pushing over here.
Feel the force.
We're gonna deal with droids paddling this way. We want to make it as easy as possible for our team to come back here as well. Save us time on this capture. One droid straggled by. That's not great. I don't see my team over here either. Where are they? Our team should still show up. We're gonna do a bit of a cool movement here as Obi-Wan. Even when it's the easiest version of Mos Eisley can still Mos Eisley. In Battlefront 2, this map is kind of just a lot of things just happen on this map. You just kind of have to accept it. Like, well, that just happened. I lost 5 minutes. Thankfully, Republic again is like, even though it's the hardest Galactic Conquest, arguably, it's still fairly consistent. Oh man, we got unlucky. Yeah, I saw teammates paddling over here, but they still didn't show up. Just Moss things. You know how it is. Alright. We're gonna do a proxy to play another Tatooine. Alright, we want this CIS to go down from Mustafar. Or build a fleet closer to us. Not like that. Yeah, we don't want to play space ever in Bourbon up. Yeah, we got the fuck we needed. So Mos Eisley number 2. This one can be a little trickier depending on what they bought. But it should be fine. Oh, I'm gonna quit out. That is audio bug, and I don't want to deal with that in a marathon. Unfortunately, we had to give up our RNG there. Probably for marathon safety. After this, when I play in the marathon, I'm gonna make a safety save first, just in case I get an audio bug. What happens with that is that the audio on Tatooine and Jawas as well, sometimes the audio will get like randomly get maxed out for one song, and then after like 20 seconds or so of the song playing, the audio just completely stops playing for the rest of the for the rest of the game until the game's reloaded. So now we're having to re-roll again. So, but in the marathon, I'm going to make a safety save. We have to keep re-rolling, unfortunately, at the start. We do not want them going right. It's incredibly bad for us, so... Yeah, this is the rough part of this PC. The starting RNG for Republic as well is just really brutal. They have the most brutal mid to late game maps, as well as having, like... really annoying RNG at the beginning of the run. And you can't really do much about it, it's just kind of how it is. And about auto turrets, another thing that's kind of obnoxious. The same strategies before. I got to show what the IO bug was, at least, what to look out for. So Tatooine has so many ways to control us, which is, you know... Getting audio bug and losing all your game audio is really bad. So, Marathon again, every time I get to Tatooine, I'm gonna make safety save right before playing it. Just to avoid having to do that again. And losing, like, a ton of time to it. That said, it's fine. We should still get a Moss just fine. Public is at least pretty consistent. We should not have to deal with too much. Our team is really late getting there again. We have to stay here too, so hopefully they capture. We don't want the droids to flip on us. We have to prioritize killing droids like close to the command post, so our team won't defend. They're scared of the auto turret. Main problem there was just the auto turrets kind of slowed things down a bit. Alright. Still easy map for Republic. Not too bad. Just really unfortunate on the board. This is why we don't want them going towards Coruscant early. Is this can happen. Well, we got good RNG here. I'm going to proxy on up. I will blockade this fleet. This is RNG we can roll with. Now, this is the one instance where we're going to be playing a double Felucia. The strat for this map can be a little complicated, but I'll do my best to explain it. This is another complicated strat map. About auto turrets, which also sucks. We're gonna go start as Republic here, and we're going to roll on up. We're going to aim for a quick capture, at least on one of these Felucia. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way up, kill what droids we can. It's a little hard to deal with the droids sometimes. That spawns Ayla, dude. Shit. Oh, really? I'm losing 6 already. Why? How'd they flip this quick? Oh my god.
Keep going.
Oh, jeez. That was unlucky. That could have been, like... Wow. I know some slipped by, but I think they pushed from this command post. Hopefully we should still be fine. We're still gonna be fine, but... Yikes. I need to deal with I thought our team should be able to handle that. We might get flipped by that one droid. Oh, what the heck? What happened? That's weird. Alright, so the idea for the strategy is we spawn at command post 6, neutral command post this treetop command post, while also thinning out what droids we can while watching the map. And we could do it this time, but we ideally also want to be sniping the enemy team from the top treetop to kill the droids pathing from this way. And then we spawn as Ayla on command post 2 and move from there. Or an ALAT, depending. Okay, we're gonna have to do more reload shenanigans, which is whatever. Okay, we got the thing we needed. The reason why you might be wondering why we're playing Double Felucia, even though it's a rough map, that is because the Republic and Rebels on Yavin 4 have the hardest time and is also incredibly slow. Like, your best times on Yavin 4 will tend to hover around the 4 to 5 minute mark. It is atrocious.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, this is really good luck. Okay, if I can get over there in time, we can stop the enemy team from flipping. I'm gonna let them capture a little. Never mind. I can stop it. I was gonna let them finish flipping it so I can take it from them immediately as a strategy to save time. This is what we want to see. This is like our best case scenario, Felucia. Look how fast this is if we get it correctly. We can get around 1.5 minutes to 1:40 on Felucia. Yavin 4 would take like 5 minutes because of how it works. Because the one command post takes like 3 minutes, like over 2 minutes, like to actually finish and get to. And it's oof. And from here, we just don't want the AI to go towards the right, but otherwise every bit of RNG is fine from here. We just don't want them going to the right. That's all. So hopefully we can get the RNG, the 50-50 of them going away we want them to. I feel like I want them to go to Coruscant. Okay, good. That's good too. Alright, we're gonna play Kashyyyk. We're not gonna bring any bonuses to this map. The Rebels and the Republic have also an easy time in this map. It's a little scarier, honestly. Oh, they brought Sabo? Ooh. I didn't notice. Okay, we're gonna take a safer route, looping behind. Because when the enemy team brings sabotage... Oh, there's a bot in the chat, if there's a mod. A bot got into the chat. The reason why that's scary, sometimes the Sabo can be a little scary if they decide to bring it. The real scary part is the droids, like, flipping our command posts on us. I'm gonna do a little safety here. Alright, this is a really good Kashyyyk. Sabo is scary, but the main scary part is the AI can just start flipping 3 or 2 on you if you're not careful. So you have to be sure you're sniping from across the map really well. That's it. Again, easy map. Not too much of a headache. We're not gonna worry about AI RNG anymore. We're fine with whatever happens. So we can play around it. And now we're gonna proxy on over to Coruscant. You have to zoom proxy here because it doesn't work, if you remember from before. And we're gonna play as the Republic here. So the Republic on this map is pretty RNG. But you either get like really good luck and the droids never make it to the landing area, but most of the time they'll get there. Ooh, I'm like doing really poorly too. Wow, I'm like doing really bad. I played that pretty poorly. We're gonna let our team I'm gonna neutral this, but we want our team to capture both of these for us while we capture landing area. I'm just deal with these two droids. One thing about the Republic is that the clones are also consistent in Galactic Conquest are consistently some of the worst teammates you can have in the game. Alright. Good luck for the race. Remember the stakes. This is a marathon. I'm recording. I'm doing this for a marathon thing to record for. If I'm not recording it, I'm just gonna leave it on YouTube. This is an alright Coruscant. If we were lucky here, right? The droids don't make it to this command post before we get to 6. And we can interrupt them from capturing 1. If we could do that, we save like 30 seconds there, but unfortunately we can't do that. Alright, from here, now we're gonna start moving towards this side of the map. We don't want to do that RNG, actually. I want to reroll. Yeah, this is fine. We just don't want them close to Dagobah for us to end up in a space battle. Alright, I'm bringing Hero here. We're gonna play Yoda. By 2. The Rebels and the Republic have pretty easy time on Dagobah, honestly.
Here I am.
For Galactic Conquest. So long as things go well. It's not as consistent as the Empire. And the droids are horrible on this map. Because you have Grievous, who is really slow. He has no range. And doesn't have a great moveset for missing action stuff. Generally. But Yoda is very, very good in contrast. Due to his dash attack and versus his combo being good at AoE. Mostly this is what's really good. No saber throw, but this coupled with the fact that he's coupled with him being small makes it pretty easy to survive. We're fine with letting the AI take the swamp. Our team can usually handle them just fine. Okay, and we're start moving towards... Oh, wait a minute. Take one droid there. Okay, it's just one droid. We're gonna deal with straggling droids. The unfortunate thing about playing as a CIS is that force powers don't work. Any kind of stun doesn't work, like force push, pull. Sometimes staggers are kind of inconsistent. I need to get over there. There's way too many droids. And in the campaign on Mustafar, we play Rise of the Empire Mustafar. It's also really scary. Because they don't get affected by the Arccaster consistently either, which can get you killed. So unfortunately, Yoda's powers aren't very good against the CIS, but this dash attack, his size, and this first set of this combo having good AoE, edge up attack as well are all pretty good. Alright. We're fine with the moving up towards Coruscant. I want to build a fleet up there. I bought 2 heroes, okay. So in this scenario, we're just gonna build a fleet here to blockade them. Right here, we can just spam blockades and do pretty okay. We're gonna move to Utapau next. It's the same as the Empire. Also, I don't know why the sides are arranged like this. It's weird. The Republic starts from where the CIS start in the... or typically in the movie, which is weird. But Obi-Wan is really nice to have here. We can cut off the droids pretty quickly. And just deal with any droids padding down. Try to get their attention, and just keep spamming saber throw at good angles to try to kill what we can. It's happening again where they flip 3, but there's just nothing you can do about that. As long as we avoid them capturing the Campos 2, we're fine. That's where it gets really rough. Can't manage them well enough. I said the CIS thankfully haven't been buying units, so... There are droids down there. My team isn't doing anything. Typical clone RNG. Again, the clones are pretty infamous in this game, in Galactic Conquest, for being really bad. Like, typically the AI is already kind of not great on your side to balance out the power of the player. But the clones especially, because they don't have clone commanders or anything, they are just incredibly weak as teammates. Like, look what they're doing. Like, they aren't even capturing 2 until it's super late. What are y'all doing? Like, come on. They troll. They're just spinning in circles over there. Can't do anything about it, but thankfully having heroes helps to mitigate that to an extent. So we'd at least like to see a little bit of better RNG, you know? Alright, we'll jump off the map. Alright, the RNG doesn't matter from here, so... maybe not that. I'd rather get them closer to me. I mean, it's not terrible, I could just take the space battle, but... Bit of an inconvenient spot for them to go. I think this is our first Mustafar of the run. Mustafar's a pretty fun level in DC. So we use like a very unique strat here. We're gonna play as Obi-Wan. We're gonna break the bridge immediately to stop the CIS from moving up. And we're gonna do some fancy movement here to get all the way up to the top of the bridge here. And we stopped any droids from getting up there, so... Now we're just gonna... neutral this. Most of the time we don't have to ever worry about that, because our team will eventually get down here. Alright, we're neutral, make sure there's no droids spawning from there. I'm gonna do a capture strategy. You can either capture or do a full cap, or try to just then kill all the droids for reinforcement drain. I've been leaning towards just full capping lately, but both strategies are pretty fine. The safer strategy is to just kill all the reinforcements. That's went pretty well. Aside the AI RNG on the board. Alright, time for the most difficult level in the run. Or, I think it's honestly the hardest part. We're going to, since we had to use up our bonus early, our fleet purchase, we can't try to buy a unit here. Alright, so we're going to be playing Yoda. Yoda is still very, very good. For a lot of reasons we just said. But this is where it's going to get really tricky, because the clones are... Like, you got the Empire... Like, it's bad on the Empire. The clones are just horrendous. They are bad. Okay, it's just one droid. Surely they can, like, handle one droid, right? Now, it should be said, you can also utilize the strat we used in the Empire as well. Instead of using Yoda. That is an option. I heavily prefer using Yoda, though. It's better to survive, especially when it's late in the run, because Galactic Conquest, if you haven't noticed, functions on like a scaling difficulty, right? The further you get in the Galactic Conquest, the harder the AI gets. And that guy got unlucky. Start droids pathing up here. I'm gonna start dealing with these droids pathing here. Alright, from here, we're gonna start block spamming. Alright. Uh-oh. Hold on. What's happening there? Okay, team is being real stupid here. Unlucky, I have to go deal with this. I'm gonna let them capture for a sec. Save some time here. Man, we got really unlucky. Never doubt the incompetency of the clones in Battlefront 2. There was a time to that. That's really unfortunate, but that's fine. We saw what was happening and we dealt with it. That's what you have to do. Because no run is ever going to go the same way twice. Especially in all scenarios where a lot of things can happen. You have to be ready to adapt to the situation that is developing. And react accordingly. That said, this is pretty okay. Alright. Alright, time for the final one, the Rebellion. It's time to free the galaxy. Alright. We're not gonna buy anything at the start here, we're just gonna go straight to Polis. Polis is pretty easy as the Rebels. It can be kind of annoying sometimes, depending on your team, but otherwise it's fine. I'm gonna try to get a teammate here to help us. I do think the Rebels are the easiest Galactic Conquest. I'm gonna do a little fancy movement here. We want this Rebel to help us capture. Hopefully they don't get stuck. They didn't, so we can get a little extra capture here. We get an increased capture rate, we have teammates with us, so I ideally like to have a Rebel with me. They don't really behave very well on Command Post 2, so it ends up being a bit of a crapshoot here, but just how it is sometimes. Honestly, this is a pretty... Outside of, like, goofing earlier, and, like, this could have been a really good run, too. Besides that. Our teammate's not trolling us here. I'm gonna spam some grenades. Why are the Rebels struggling to capture 3? They should have it done by now. Oh, this is unlucky. Yeah, usually the Rebels already have Command Post 3 captured and we're rolling. But they didn't do that. Why is it taking so long? Yeesh. Kind of unfortunate time loss. Whoa, I almost got clipped through the floor. Out in space. The Rebels have a fairly unique strategy here. Pretty neat. You want the AI to not do that. AI to move down. There we go. We're gonna do Utapau and Mustafar now. Buy both our hero bonus. I'm gonna do Utapau first.
Alright, don't get your shorts in a knot.
Now, the Rebels on Utapau is pretty easy, but the problem can still be that your team just trolls you with the captures. And you do have to be good with your shots and death packs to handle this map correctly. The main thing to remember is to just keep the AI from moving forward, right? We're gonna take the time to thin out, heal troopers. If any troopers get stuck in front of the tank, we have to deal with them. Because they won't die to their own tank being run over. We're gonna do our best to thin out the Empire here. Alright, let's focus on healing these guys now. By the way, the AI does go to a mode where they decide to focus on dodging. And make themselves incredibly hard to hit. Which you imagine can be a little annoying to deal with. Input reading. That said, this map is overall really easy. We should be done with the map now. But, we have a little problem here. The AI, again, does not like to capture command posts. They just forget, like, all the time. AI do be a little stupid. They kind of just walk past command post 3. Which sucks, but we just have to deal. There's not much else we can do about that. That said, that's still like a pretty good Budapal besides that. Okay, we do not want that. We want them to go back to Endor. Hope Classic put out. Don't want to do that. I don't like that, actually. Go backwards. I could have worked with that, maybe, but... Oh my goodness. AI trolling. This is fine. We'll take this. Alright, Mustafar time. Same strategy as the Republic. No real differences here. Like, also could be annoying to hit sometimes. That's just a general thing, how... for this map.
Feel the force.
Hello?
Are you blind?
Alright, we should be fine. One guy. Good folks to get over here. I don't see our team pushing this yet. Our team captures 3? I've never seen this happen before. What are they doing? Oh my goodness. Team trolling me. And look on the lava. This is booby accurate, I swear.
Always.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Alright, now we're gonna build a fleet over at Yavin 4. And we're gonna buy combat shielding again. For same strategies before with the CIS. Thankfully, the Rebels have a much better tank than the droids do. That can carry 2. Which means we can take a buddy with us. And the combat shielding would in general also be like, really useful. So try to pick off any of them that might be here. And we're gonna quickly flip this. Hopefully we don't lose 4. That can happen a lot. Yeah, they're gonna capture 4. The team's not turning around. Not much we can do about that. Oh my goodness, there's so many, like, stormtroopers back here. We genuinely just can't do anything about that. The AI is just really mean in this game. heck is stalling? And you're gonna push command post 1 as well. Not great. I'm really low on health too. Yeah. Pretty classic example of this map really sucks. Like, there's just not much we can do. Thankfully, our team did flip this on their own. We got really lucky there. Oh, we're losing 3-2. And there's someone on the treetop. What the heck, man? Don't know if I can get there in time. That's just how this map is. This is a good example of a typical Felicia you'll see in any time, really. Felicia is a mean mistress, and she will just cost you a lot of time for... That said, it could have been way worse, so we take the W's we can. Alright, now we're gonna go back to our other fleet from before, and we're gonna play Naboo now. But we're gonna play Dagobah instead. Because the Rebels and the Republic, especially the Rebels, have the worst time on Naboo in the game. So we're just gonna proxy and just never play Naboo. Or play Dagobah. This side's actually even way better, too. This is the best side, besides Vader on the Empire. Because Yoda's powers actually work against the Stormtroopers. Which means we can actually utilize Force Push to our advantage here. We bought Sniper, so it's something to keep in the back of our mind. This means we can force pull anyone trying to run off. There's someone back here. I can't see. Now we're gonna cut across the swamp. We still have a capture too. What the heck? What's happening right now? Hey, deal with these guys. They're running off. My team is trolling right now. They never captured caves? They never captured it. Okay, this is the case of the Rebels are just really stupid. I don't know what to say here. The Dagobah is another annoying map for this reason. Like, at random, your team decides to just throw and not do anything.
With the Force.
That said, Cave, it could be worse. Like, Caves is a really fine command post to do. Except for losing Hut, which is not good. Yeah, our team is very not helpful right now. Yeah, we got trolled here. This can happen. Still not the worst thing. Like, if they had captured Swamp or, like, ran off to Command Post 4 or 5, that'd be way worse. What the heck? Why is there... Who are you? Dagobah is another infamous map, but it's not too bad. Thankfully. So we do not want to blockade the Empire early, no matter what, unless it's away from here. We don't want them to lose that first fleet. Alright. Same ideas before with the Republic. We're gonna play Kashyyyk now. Rebels again have a pretty easy time on this map. It's not too bad. One thing to watch out for is... Ooh. Hold on, with their bike. Be careful. There are a lot of stormtroopers here. IFTs are pretty... That's... no way, man. Okay, break that bike. I can't turn around the chat. Really stinks. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. No way. How scary. Don't want them to go that way. Want them to go back down again. The nice thing about this is the Empire gets stuck here a lot more often. Come on. Please. I beg of you. We're gonna go down. Thank you. Now we're switch our plates to this one. And we're gonna go move all the way down to Tatooine. I think Finney employs the same strategy here. Right? Yeah, we buy hero, and then we're gonna buy heavy here. Same strategy as before for the droids we did before. Okay, thankfully no audio bug. I forgot to save, but that's good. Last time I ever had to see Mos Eisley.
Where's the fire? Lead the way. And ancient arms are no match for a blaster by your side.
One thing when playing Han that we have to be careful of is not accidentally swapping our weapons. If we swap our weapons to the fusion cutter, the game gets confused, and because the Han technically has a pistol weapon. Oh, shoot, I got stuck. Oh, I went a really bad way. Got Ian stuck here. I'm dumb. Hold on. I don't know why. I forgot that you can't go that way. My bad. Because there's like a whole thing blocking your way, jumping over. Those mines will eventually decay, so... Can't waste too much time here. Definitely no engineers. Wait, they captured 3! Why? Wait, what? What's my team doing? Oh my god. Our team. What happened here? Who got over here? Even when you're playing at your best, there's always a chance that you just miss something sometimes. You're only human. You can't see everything that's going on around you. We're losing a ton of time on this map. It's unfortunate. But there's someone at Cantina too. Well, there's a whole group of them. Oh my god. Yeah, no one likes playing this map. It's pretty annoying. That said, this is still fine, but we might lose 6 now because it took so long. That one blunder I made with trying to cut across and forgetting there's a pirate thing there might cost me. If I'm quick enough and lucky enough, I can maybe react with a respawn, but there's no way now. I hate this map a lot. This is why this side's really difficult. Like, there's just not much you can do. Because you don't have the movement speed of Maul either. Unlike CIS, so you're playing as Han. Who, while strong, is like... You can't match the speed of, like, Jedi. So... Pretty annoying that we're having a 5-minute long, Moss, but... That's just typical. Again, this is a really bad side of the map. And it's going the full length of the map, too. Only 2 bots in the map, too, and one was in a turret, and your AI never does anything about them. I don't know if I could see him from across the map here. I can't. I don't have a line of sight. Too far of a walk. 4-minute Mos Eisley is pretty typical of, like, bad RNG. Alright. This is fine, actually. I think this might be fine. Wait, no, it's not. Never mind. Reroll. I feel like it might be fine, but I don't like this. Blockade. Yeah, no, I'm not going for it. Problem with blockading here is that because we have 2 fleets active right now, there's a very strong chance we get incredibly unlucky. That said, I might not have an option. I might have to step a blockade here. Save time, because I'm not going to get the RNG I need. I'm gonna use the fleet that is on Tatooine, so that's really far away. Anyways. I'm gonna do a blockade over Endor. So at least I'll influence them to buy on... Coruscant, I mean. Sorry, I meant Coruscant. I'm trying something new here. This is a very unconventional strategy. It's very strange, so we're gonna see what happens here. And you'll get to see me doing this kind of adaptations live to try to salvage time. Trying out strategies that may or may not work. That's the beauty of, like, the board map. It allows us to experiment a lot more. Oh no, there's just a Stormtrooper walking by. I missed that guy. Thankfully, most of our team is pushing that way. Okay, yeah. We should be able to capture. They shouldn't be able to slink by and deal with these Stormtroopers rinsing by. And hopefully our team will capture 4 for us. If not, that's fine. Now, because they got snipers, there's gonna be a lot of them just lingering behind here. Annoyingly so. Okay, our team captured, but we might lose it right away. Yeah, I thought. Hello? I cap? Gonna let them cap, so I can just interrupt them immediately.
These guys are easy.
Alright. Magneto is a map that, as a map, is like... It should be consistent for both sides of the map, but a lot of things can just go wrong, which is kind of annoying. It's a very unpredictable map. Okay. I want the AI to go down. I don't want them to do this. Ooh, come on. Go down. Okay, this kind of sucks. Okay, what do I do here? It's gonna be difficult to recover no matter what. Yeah. The AI is, like, fixated on, like, going closer to Magneto. It doesn't see the fleets down there. Okay, I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna blockade them here. And then we're going to go Mikito. And what I'm going to do is delete my own fleet. Because if you zoom in and out, it'll delete your fleet here. This is a very unconventional setup, but I have a plan. I'm gonna skip my turn. And we're gonna take the space battle on purpose to lose, and then blockade them. Now we're blockade again. And this is the kind of like strategizing you'll get to see in real time in the marathon. Alright, now we're gonna... let's say Endor, but because we're gonna have to play Coruscant first here.
Skywalker here. Let's go.
I don't really like ending with Endor, but this is gonna be fine. Bot engineers. You only have to be in that corner for like a moment. You don't have to stay there any longer than that. And Endor is going to be our final map. Now, hopefully things go fine, but... Okay. So what we're going to be hoping for here for this strategy that we're just coming up with on the fly is that we're hoping that the AI go towards space again to blockade them again. And they did that. Beautiful. And because these spaces are, like, linked together, we can just blockade them immediately. And now we're gonna buy our final bonus of the run. Now, there's a lot we can try to do here. I'm gonna run combat shielding instead of Han. And we're gonna run the heavy trooper. And we're gonna take a speeder bike. Honestly, this has been really fun too, even as just for like a marathon submission. I'm having fun doing all this strategizing too. This is the thing I love about all scenarios, is getting to see this. Whoa, hello. Did I lose my knife? No, I still have it. Who the heck is here? Wait, the bike got sliced. Wait, how? Hello? Now, I would love to use remote rockets, but unfortunately, this is just the unfortunate reality. Is that, the remote rockets that cause crashes on Endor and Felucia, and I think another map. And so, it's really unfortunate we can't use them to help defend, too, but that's fine. Well, the hope was our team would have, like, I don't know, captured for us, so there's, like, teammates there. Where the heck's the bike? There it is. Alright. Where is everybody? You are right here. Why aren't we recapping? Over. Alright. Oh, now y'all show up. I see. Alright, then we're about to come up on time. So this run, because like you got to see a lot of the RNG, this is still under 2 hours, like under like an hour and 45. This can go as fast as an hour and a half. So this is like a really strong run still. As a submission. So we're and that's it. We freed, liberated the galaxy. And with that, that is Galactic Conquest All Scenarios. I hope this was a really interesting run to showcase, and I really love to showcase this, because this is a super cool, like, category, in my opinion. The weak thing about showcasing, like, an individual Galactic Conquest is the fact that, so you don't get to see a lot of this cool strategizing you got to see on the fly in this run. Like, that Rebels, like, was completely on the fly. Like, I didn't pre-plan that. That was me having to think on the fly of how to, like, save time there without re-rolling RNG in the salvage situation. And it worked out beautifully, because I thought about that in advance, had to think about what I want to do, adapt in advance to what's happening. And this is the best variation of Conquest in this game. It's both the fastest in general, due to the strategies you have at your hand, with the hero having hero bonuses, which in general will make things faster. And the nature of, like, the enemy team having to buy their own units and you having to buy units. There's so much cool strategizing in this that is, I think, makes all scenarios Galactic Conquest, I think, what should be the standard, like, run to play. And the big skill thing here as well is having a memorization of all of the maps in the run. Like, if we did get unfortunate in a few places, also a really good run, too. But, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope to see this, this get sent to into a marathon. I would love to showcase this. But that, I thank you all for watching this. And this is where I'll sign off for the, video bit. Bye-bye. Alright, on the YouTube side of things, I'm going to end the stream quickly and restart it. So give me 1 second, chat.